Right. Four persons. Welcome back to my live, guys. Welcome back to my kitchen. Happy holidays. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. I hope you get some time to bond with your family. So I just want to welcome everybody who is tuned in on Facebook, and welcome to you guys also on Instagram. I am your diva chef, Simone Walker-Barrett. Today I'll be cooking for you something that I like to eat, and that's curry. So today's dinner is inspired, of course, by the Indian cooking. So I'm going to be making a coconut beef curry. All right, so I want to show you how that is done. But before I go into that, I'm going to start with dessert as usual. So again, you just tell me where you're watching from so we can give you a shout out. And I want to thank you again for stopping in and sharing your Sunday with me. So for our dessert today, we're going to be making a chocolate rum cake. So in my container, and I'm actually using a mix for this. This is a chocolate cake mix, and I'm going to be adding some Jamaican chocolate. So this is the same chocolate that you use to make what we call chocolate tea here in Jamaica. So all I did was to grate it. So this is one chocolate grated. This is just going to turn the chocolate flavor all the way up. So I'm adding that in.
Cheryl Jenkins says hi.
Hi Cheryl, thanks for stopping in. So, 1 package of chocolate cake mix and half cup of grated chocolate. And then to this, I'm going to add 3 eggs. I'm also going to add 3/4 cups of water.
Nadia White watching from Moldova.
Hi Nadia, thank you for stopping in. I'm adding half cup of melted butter. Now the mix suggested oil, but I'm using butter because butter is going to make the chocolate cake taste moister and give it more flavor. And then for the rum part of it, you all know how I love rum. I'm using some rum cream, so I'm using half cup of rum cream. And I'm gonna go over to the mixer. We're gonna put this on the mixer and just let everything mix together.
Nicolette Summers, good night.
Hi Nicolette, thanks for stopping in. Alright guys, so while our chocolate cake mix, I am going to give myself a little bit more light over here. So I am baking my chocolate cake in a tube pan today. You just want to make sure that you grease it. You can bake it in whatever pan that you have, but I'm putting mine in a tube pan. And rum cream is the predominant flavor in this chocolate cake, and I find that chocolate and rum goes together. So again, for those who are just joining, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for stopping in every Sunday, passing by. And also, again, I want to wish you a very, 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 very blessed 2021 when it comes, and I hope you had a fabulous holiday.
Bless Chelsea says hi, along with Derby.
Hi, Chelsea. So guys, I'm just scraping the sides in, and just gonna give it a mix. Turn my oven on to
Miss Ab 77 says hi.
Hi, Miss Ab 77. Okay, and I think our cake is ready. So, oh, how fast was that? So, this is just gonna give it a mix. Make sure.
Miss Ab 77, happy to have the opportunity to join you, Chef Walker-Barrett.
Thank you. All right, so we're pouring in our chocolate. So today we're using store-bought, but we can add flavor to it. So we're using a cake mix. A cake mix is basically sugar, flour, flavoring, baking powder. Okay, so it's quite convenient. And then to add some fresh flavors, what I did was to add our Jamaican chocolate to this one, and of course some rum cream. That's just gonna make it taste oh so good.
Patricia Brown, good evening, family.
Hi, my sis, welcome.
Derek Mullins says hi.
Hi, Derek, thank you for stopping in. Just want to make sure that your cake is nice and level in the pan, and we're gonna put that in the oven. Okay, so in goes 350.
Andreen
30
Spence.
minutes.
Andreen Spence, hello.
Hi, Andreen. Thank you for stopping in.
Kenisha Walker, good evening, sis.
Good evening, my sis. Thank you for stopping in. All right, guys. So I promised you curry beef. So let us look at what we're going to be using for our curry beef. So in this container, I have some beef, and the cut of beef that I'm using tonight is beef sirloin. Now, for some reason, Jamaican beef is always tough. I think it's tough because the Jamaican beef farmers really rear their beef for the dairy industry. So they're milk cows, they're not really for eating. So when you want to eat it, you really have to pressure it. So tonight I'm going to pressure a beef because I want it to be very, very, very tender. And it's not going to take long. So this curry is inspired by Asian cooking. So we have lots of Indian spices. So I have cumin, I have garam masala, I have a little bit of cinnamon on here, and I have some smoked chili pepper powder. And of course I have turmeric that's going to give it a nice yellow color. All right, so you're gonna come with me over the stove, and I'm gonna show you how we're going to start our curry beef.
Chantel is asking what type of oven is that?
Oh, it's an electric oven, Chantel. So guys, if you can see, you guys can see me, right? So in the pot, this is a pressure cooker. So this is a nice one pot. In the pressure cooker, I have ginger and onion sweating. Just want to give those a head start, and I'm sweating them in ghee. Ghee is basically what it is clarified butter. So the Indians cook with a lot of ghee, and to make ghee, you basically melt the butter and then you take off the clear part of it. You can also purchase ghee in the Indian section of the supermarket, but it's very, very easy to make. So that's what is in here because it's going to add some flavor.
Katie says hi.
Hi, was that Ailey or Kaylee?
Katie.
Katie. Hi, Katie.
Not to treat who miss me. I love curry.
Hi, I miss you. Okay, guys, so I'm adding my curry powder, and this is my favorite brand to use. You all know the Better Pack is the best. So, you know, in Jamaica, we refer to burning the curry. Now, it's just a term. It does not literally mean to burn the curry, because if it is burnt, it's going to taste bitter and inedible. So just because all spices are fat soluble, you put it in the fat to wake the flavors up to get a better result from it. So that's basically what we're doing, and that's what we refer to in Jamaica as burning the curry. You put it in the oil. See what we did? You put it into the oil, and then as soon as you put it in, you start smelling that lovely, lovely, lovely aroma.
Cherry Moore, I missed last week. Here, what you know.
Thanks for stopping in.
Latoya Roo. Good evening, chef and family. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you too, Latoya.
Nutty treat, coconut and curry flavor up this combo.
Yeah, it's a very good combo. So our onions are nice and caramelized now. I can smell the garlic, I can smell the ginger. So this is our flavor base. Now I also added some of the curry powder to the beef. I'm gonna just add all of that into my pressure cooker. And then we're going to saute it. So when you're cooking food in the pressure cooker, you want to give it a nice sear in the pressure cooker, meaning you want to brown up the meat so that you get a better taste at the end. So don't just put it in there and pour water on it and just start pressuring. No, you want to brown it up a bit, combine all the flavors like I'm doing here. Alright, so I'm going to let this hang out and sear up, and then I'm going to be adding the coconut milk right in there. I'm using a canned coconut milk. I'm going to show you what it looks like.
Ren's Bliss
This
says
is our
hi.
coconut milk that I'm using. I love these coconut milk because there is real coconut milk in the can. You know, sometimes you open a can and it's kind of half water and half milk. This one is really good. So this is what we're going to be adding in.
Ren says hi.
Hi, Ren. All right, guys, so keep looking at that. I think I want to add a little bit more spice in here. I'm going to add just a little bit more cinnamon. I don't think I'm getting the cinnamon aroma that I want.
Tanila is watching from Trinidad.
Welcome, Trinidad. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, so I just added just a pinch of cinnamon, and I wish you could smell this, guys, all of those Indian spices. So the garam masala is a spice blend, and it can be as basic as 3 spices or as complex as 20-30 spices. So I just bought a store-bought garam masala. That one had 6 different spices in. It had coriander, it had black pepper, it had turmeric, it had chili powder, it also had fenugreek. I think some Jamaicans refer to it as methi. What else did it have? It had 2 more spices, I don't remember, but all the spices were listed on the package. So now it's time for me to open my coconut milk. Adding the coconut milk.
Jay says hi.
Hi, Jay. In goes the coconut milk. How rich is that? Nice and rich. So 1 can of coconut milk goes in.
Chanelli, my daughter is studying in Jamaica. When I can visit the island, I'm definitely coming to Street Food Saturdays.
And we will welcome you, my dear. All right, so guys, I'm gonna put the lid on and I'm gonna pressure this for no more than 15 minutes after it starts to whistle. So you wanna time it when the whistle goes off. So once it starts to whistle, we're just going to let it stay for 15 minutes before we remove it from the stove. Now we're gonna go back to center stage and I'm gonna show you how to make some roti.
So Cole says, wish I was close by.
All right, guys, so it's roti time. Yesterday at Street Food Saturdays, I had potato roti. So today I was still in the mood for something spicy. So I decided that I'm going to make roti. Now I have a roti tutorial on my channel. For those who are new, our channel is called Next in Food. So you can go over there and subscribe. So off camera, I made the roti dough. I'm going to tell you what it is made of. So this is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I love using the baking powder because it keeps the roti very, very, very soft. So this has been resting for a while. I did this about 5 o'clock, so this has been relaxing for a good hour or so. It's very important that you allow doughs to relax, whatever you're making, whether you're making fried dumpling, fritter. Once it's a dough, you want to let it relax.
Kimberly, the caption said it's not, but this looks like tripe.
It's not tripe, it's beef. All right, so we're gonna cut this in about 6 or 8 balls.
Shari says, hey family.
Hey Shari. All right, so I really want to get 8. So we're gonna cut them to try and get 8 pieces. All right, so that's 2, 4, 6, and this is 8. Great, so that's what we want. So now you're just gonna round these into a nice ball, and then we're going to let them relax. So I promise you that I'll be making green banana roti. Now, green banana is my take on it. So that is the Jamaican part of it. Potato roti is pretty common, and so the green banana roti is inspired by the potato roti. And we're going to talk about how to treat the green banana. You can use the green banana in the roti. You can use it in its natural raw form. You could grate it and mix it into the flour, or you could puree it and mix it into the flour, or you can boil it and mash it like I did today, and we're going to put it in. So I'm going to show you the procedure for that. Now that we have our roti balls, in here I have my green banana. So this is approximately 6 green bananas. All I did was to boil it and mash it with a fork. See, it looks like a dough itself, right? It looks like what the Africans would call fufu. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to take about a tablespoon size, and we're going to put it into our flour dough, just like this. And then we're going to close it back, see? And we put it back down. So again, you open, you flatten each dough ball, and you put about a tablespoon or as much that will hold in there. You put it in and you close it. See, it starts to look bigger already. Again, you flatten.
Sweetie Sash says hey.
Hey. So you could use mashed breadfruit, plantains, potatoes, mashed split peas. Any other starch could have gone into this, and so it's going to flavor it. But tonight I'm using banana because I love bananas with curry. You know, whenever my mother used to make curry for us, she'll make white rice and boil some banana on the side. So I'm inspired by that. So hence we have the banana roti with our coconut curry beef. Okay. So guys, don't forget to let me know where you're watching from. And for those who made it to Street Food Saturdays yesterday, I want to say thank you for following the food. Thank you so much for coming out. For our customers who came out and did not get the river dining experience, that was out of our control. The authorities came and they suggested that we take up our chairs, and so that really was disappointing. And I just want to use this opportunity to, you know, I respect the police a lot, and I know that they're doing their job, but you can't be ignorant about it. As far as I know, we've been doing Street Food Saturdays for 6 years. It's not a dance and it's not a party, all right? So, but the other two officers were very kind. They suggested that the guests take their food to go. So now our roti is, we're going to let them relax. You have to let it relax. Relaxing the dough is very, very important. It allows easier rolling. I'm going to look at our beef.
Jacqueline Williams, watching from Queens, New York.
So, could you go get a tea towel for me, please?
So Cole is watching from New York.
Welcome, New York people. Thanks for stopping in.
Chidali, did you put anything in the banana like rare or hot pepper?
No, this is pure banana. Just mashed banana, nothing at all. Because our curry is going to be so flavorful, I didn't bother to add any seasoning to the banana because I just want the banana taste in our roti. So when you're making roti, you're going to need a rolling pin. For rolling, Instagram people, I'm right here. You're going to need a rolling pin for rolling. So we have a rolling pin. We're going to need some grease paper to stuff the roti up on. You're going to need some ghee. We talked about ghee earlier, or just melted butter. Okay, that's going to add some flavor and moisture to the roti. This is what it looks like. And then you're going to need a roti griddle. This is what my roti griddle looks like. This is made of cast iron. And this is what I'm going to put over the stove and cook our roti on.
Clever Allen, watching from England.
Hi, Mr. Allen. Thank you for stopping in as always.
Bless Chelsea watching from Mandeville.
Welcome, Miss Chelsea. Always stopping in.
Trinelli is asking, are you on any food app?
Such as alright, so I have a tea towel. I'm going to cover our roti. You want to cover them with a damp cloth. So all I did was to just put a little moisture onto the cloth. By moisture I mean water. And you're just going to cover this, and we want to let it stay for a good 5 minutes before we start rolling. Now you have to always follow the process for best result. So when you make your dough up, rotis are very simple to make. It's just basically flour and water, and then you relax that dough. Or it can be a little bit more complicated like this one that I'm making tonight because I want that banana flavor in. But either ways, you must allow your dough to relax. I'm going to...
Miss Abs is watching from Jamaica.
Welcome, Miss Abs. I'm just going to clean up in the meantime. And so my pressure cooker is start to whistle. So it's a good time. Once it starts to whistle, you want to turn it down.
Chanelly is asking if you're on any delivery food app like 7 Crave or Quick Plate.
Oh no, not yet, my dear. So you also need a pastry brush and okay, where's my lifter? And a lifter.
Kylie Beautiful says hey.
Hey Kylie. So I'm just gonna clear out my sink to cool down the pressure cooker. When you're making food in pressure cooker, don't be afraid of it. You just have to follow the safety. So let me take these out. So you guys remember now to help me to time this pressure cooker. It's a good time now to start rolling our roti. And so you want to roll them in the order how you put them down. So this one was our first one, this is the second one, and then you want to roll them in that order. So you want to take a little bit of flour, put it on your board. Let me come. I'm gonna go from this side instead. Brush your rolling pin with flour and then you're gonna roll. Don't worry if they're not perfectly round. It's not about perfection. As a matter of fact, I'm not rolling these round. I'm giving them more of an oval shape. So now all of that banana that we put in is getting rolled throughout the dough. You want to roll it to about a 1/8 of an inch thickness. Okay? You want to have all of them rolled out before you start cooking. So this is one down and a few more to go. Let me just make some space. So when you roll them out, they continue to relax so that when you cook them, they're nice and soft. Again, we dust with a little bit of flour. Then we take the rolling pin to it. And I'm rolling these out tonight in an oval shape. Two down. So guys, tell me where you're watching from. As I said before, I hope you all had a fabulous, fabulous Christmas. Three down, 5 to go. Guys, I wish you could smell that curry. You're smelling all of that spice and all of that turmeric. Curry and coconut goes well together, I find. So next time you're making curry chicken, curry shrimp, curry goat, try tipping a touch of coconut in there and see if you like that coconut flavor. But we're doing more the Indian style curry. Curry for some culture is a dish. Curry for Jamaicans is chicken or shrimp or anything that have that curry seasoning on it. You know how we absolutely love our curry chicken and our curry lobster. Curry chicken, I think, is most Jamaican favorite. But the Indian curries, they're more of a stew, and they're not necessarily yellow in color. They can range from brown to reddish to yellow. Okay, and then we go further into Asia, like in Thailand, you see green curries, you see red curries, and you see curries that is just a dish. It's basically a stew. So just about anything that can stand up to that stewing can be curried. And you see what's happening, guys? See the banana that we put in is rolling itself in and it's becoming one with the dough. Okay, going. In the meantime,
Aisha Edwards, good evening, Chef.
Hi, my cousin. Thank you for stopping in. Turn that on for me, please. So guys, again, tell me where you're watching from. And guess what? I'm also smelling our cake. Our lovely chocolate cake. We use a store-bought cake mix. And we added some rum cream. And we added some Jamaican chocolate. And so we're calling it chocolate rum cake. And we're going to have that with some ice cream. All right, guys, you see that? This is a labor of love. We're almost there. Final one. And you can make roti ahead. After you cook them, you put them in grease paper and then you secure them in a plastic bag or a Ziploc bag, and you can freeze these for up to 6 months. When you're ready to reheat them, you just take them out and let them come back to room temperature, and you can just put them in your toaster oven or just put them in a hot pan and just reheat them so they reheat nicely. Rotis are a flat bread, and so every culture has its own bread. So Jamaica is known for its hard dough bread, and of course India is known for their rotis. All right, so that's where that inspiration comes from. Whenever I hear the word roti, first thing I think of is Indian food, because that's where it comes from. And they have many types, but all of them have one thing in common: they're flat. And so basically, to characterize rotis are a flat bread that can be either leavened or unleavened. So when you hear the word leaven, it means that you put a leavener in it, like what we did tonight. We added a little bit of baking powder. Some rotis, like naan, has yeast in it. And then you have other rotis that don't have any leavener in it at all. It's just water, salt, and flour. I'm just going over these. I'm giving them one more roll. The thinner you roll them is the better.
JC Chambers, lovely roti.
Thank you,
Oh,
JC.
I love roti. Sorry.
Okay, my timer just went off for my cake. I'm gonna check if it's ready. Gonna cover our rotis. Oh yes, our cake is ready. Make a space for our cake. Clean this off. This is what our cake looks like. See there? Nice and ready. So at this time, what I want to do with it, I want to pour the rest of the rum cream. So I'm just taking a skewer and just poking some holes in it just to make it a little porous so that it can suck up that lovely rum cream.
Additionally, we also have a roti in Trinidad called sada, usually made for breakfast.
Oh, nice. Go in, could you turn that down for me? Turn down the stove to the lowest setting. So this is what I'm doing, guys. You have to do this while it is hot. So as soon as you take the hot cake out, you pour the rum cream, the rest of the rum cream over the cake. And then what's going to happen is, because the cake is hot, it's going to absorb all of that. And this can be done with any alcohol. So you pour it on and you just see that. It basically disappears. And this is our chocolate rum cake. So I'm going to let this hang out a little bit before we take it out of the pan. It's time now to cook our roti. Here you go, my dear. So while I was rolling the roti, I had my roti griddle on my stove. So this roti griddle, guys, for those who are watching and would like to know where to find it, I found this in a hardware across from the embassy. This is where I found this roti griddle. What do I want? Okay, so this is how we're going to cook our roti. You're going to take a little bit of your ghee and you are going to, I want to start with the first one. So you're going to brush it with a little bit of fat, just like this. And then we want to put the fat side down. Uh-oh, this one is a little bit bigger than the griddle. No worries. And I want to do 2 at a time. So I want to put them on, and because this one is a little bit bigger, I have to give it some special attention. And then, where are my plates? I have my plate here and my grease paper. Put my roti on. Now, you have to pay attention when you're doing this. How do you know when these are cooked? They start to bubble up. See this big bubble right here? So the bubbles is a good sign that you're cooking. If you're not sure, you can lift it up and peek. You want to get some nice brown spots at the bottom. I had this on low. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit more so that they cook faster. Okay. If you don't have a roti griddle, you can use a frying pan, a nice flat frying pan, or even your Dutch pot. Okay, and so what we're going to do, we're going to just put a little bit of the fat on top as well. So not too much, just enough to add some moisture and flavor. And guys, I wish you could smell this. You can smell that nice banana flavor. You all know what banana smell like, right? You want to, I'd love for you to try this, and if you do, feel free to tag me. So we're flipping it over. And you see that color that we talked about? Those little nice brown spots. That's what we want to see. I want to give it a next little brushing. And you see all of that is the steam causing it to puff. You see how this one is nice and puffy? This is going to be awesome. And these are done. See how quickly that is done? So let's get the olives ready. So you want to brush with a little of the ghee. And we're going to take these off. Put them on our plate. Be careful. And so grease side goes down. And you wait until they start to puff up before you try turning them. Coconut oil is great too. I love the coconut oil flavor. Sometimes I'm making these. If I have coconut oil, I would use the coconut oil as well. Because it would have carried over that obedient coconut flavor that is into our curry tonight. Alright. So again, you see these little air pockets. You want to take a little peek. Make sure that it has nice brown color. And then you want to just gently baste the top. Get it all in there. Do not make it too greasy, just for flavor, just for moisture we're basting. And then I'm gonna flip it over like that. All right. I think it's time to take my beef off. 15 minutes has passed. So while the roti cooks, I'm going to take the pressure cooker to the sink. And you want to turn the water on it so that it cools down quickly. So this is the safest way I find to operate the pressure cooker, because pressure cooker cooks by trapping steam, and that pressure builds up and that tenderizes the meat much faster. Okay, all right, so these can cook a little bit more. So you want to, the weight helps to keep the steam in, and so what I do, I run the water on it and I release the weight slowly. And if I don't hear the steam, I know it's time for me to open.
Karen Francis, hi cousin, happy holidays, watching from Atlanta.
Hi Karen. So now, let me give you a close-up. This is what it looks like. See that? You guys stay over Facebook. So I'm going to put it back on and just let it continue doing its thing while I take these rotis off. While these have this nice charred color that I like. And then in between cooking, you want to give your griddle a nice little wipe off with a damp cloth. Just like that. And then we go again. This is a big one, so I don't think that two will be able to hold. So that one goes on by itself. and we give it a little brush.
3/4. That's my favorite Korean beef.
Okay, 3/4. So now guys, I'm just gonna turn this up and let everything reduce down. You're gonna taste. This tastes absolutely delicious. So what I just added to it, I had some curry sauce in my fridge, some coconut curry sauce. I just added that to it. Because once you're eating roti, you want lots of gravy to put on your roti. And rotis are good for making sandwiches as well. So you could use the roti to make a sandwich. You can put whatever in between it. It's just as equally delicious. Alright, so I want to make a little icing for my cake. So this is a great way to use up green bananas. This was 7 little marga green bananas that I have. I love bananas, ripe and green. And so I saw them lingering today and I said, you know what, let me just make some roti with them. So now it's time to serve our cake. I'm going to take our cake out of the pan. Put it on our board. Not just yet. This is a little icing. This is icing sugar, guys. This is just icing sugar and rum and milk. This is what I'm going to drizzle on my cake. So that was in my fridge. Let's look at back at center stage to our roti. Give it over. Sheila, you want to give them a close-up on the roti, please? Isn't that beautiful, guys? This is our roti, our green banana roti. So these are simple ways that you can use up our local ingredients. Because our food is, you know, like our motto, out of many, one. So our food is influenced by all the different ethnic groups that came to Jamaica. And so, you know, I don't get hung up over what is traditional and what is Jamaican and what is not. I just love food and I love to just respect other people's food, and I am inspired by it. And I encourage you to do the same.
Stacy Asim, yummy.
Hi, Stace. So this is our last roti before we put away our roti griddle. I'm just gonna check real quick on our beef. bell peppers, or beef. And also some fresh scallions. Where's that scallion?
The chopped scallions are around in that fridge.
Wait, could you go around and get the chopped scallion for me? It's in a Ziploc bag. And some thyme. So I'm adding some re-seasoning my curry with some thyme, chopped scallions, bell pepper, and then it's gonna be time for dinner. All right, guys, remember now to share the live, let somebody know that Chef is on.
First Lady Jules says, hey Diva.
Hey, Jules.
Stella says, the roti looks great. Or Stella.
Thank you, Stella. All right, actually, one more close-up on the roti. One more close-up. So this is our last roti, guys. So when you're making it, these are the signature looks. You want to have these little brown speck. That's just flavor right there. And thank you.
Maya God bless says, please save mine.
Where I'm gonna find it to give it to you, Maya. All right, so I'm adding some thyme leaves to my curry, and I'm adding some scallions.
Stacey Sim, I'm scared to make roti.
No need to be scared. Follow the procedure, follow the steps, and you'll be fine. For those who are just joining, there is a roti tutorial on my YouTube channel. As I was saying, there's a roti tutorial on the YouTube channel, a sweet potato roti to be exact. So if you want to try your hand at making roti, you could go over to the channel and enjoy the tutorial. So you can just switch out the sweet potato for the banana. Here we go. Now it's time to take our cake out. So this is our chocolate rum cake. I'm gonna flip it out on my board. I hope it falls out. And voila. Guys, I wish you could smell this. Who is bringing the ice cream? Because I don't think I have enough ice cream. The Jamaican chocolate that we added to this chocolate cake mix just takes it from 2 all the way to 20. And then that rum cream that we pour over it is just absolutely amazing. So you can take simple store-bought ingredients and you can make it fabulous. I don't knock it. Once I find a good store-bought ingredient, it's gonna make my time in the kitchen way shorter. So as I said before, a cake mix is flour, sugar, baking powder, and flavoring. So they take some of the work out of it for you and make it easier so you can spend more time enjoying the food with your family.
Louise Erwin Jackson Walker, good evening family, I'm watching, I'm late.
Hello, my mother. Welcome, welcome. All right, guys, so this is the last addition to our curry. This is some potatoes, just some stuff I find in my fridge. Potatoes, carrots, string beans. I cooked them before. I'm just going to toss them into the gravy, and then we're going to serve our beautiful coconut beef curry. Is what they look like.
Miss Abs, can you remind us how you put the Jamaican, how you put in, okay, wait. I guess she's asking to remind her what you put in the chocolate cake.
Okay. No worries.
And Chantel is asking to remind her the name of the cake pan.
Sure. So our curry dinner is ready. So the cake pan is called a tube pan or a bundt pan. They come decorate like this, or they're plain, but they always have that hole in the middle. Okay, and I use a chocolate cake mix. Did that answer the question? I hope so. Now we are going to...
Rum cream was placed in the chocolate cake.
Yes. So we made the chocolate cake according to the package instructions. So what I did was I swapped out half of the liquid for rum cream. So they had asked for water. So whenever you're using a cake mix, you can add whatever flavoring in the measure, the liquid that they so you could switch out water for milk or water for juice, whatever flavor you want to get at the end. So now guys, it's time to plate our curry. See that? This is our coconut beef curry. You notice we didn't add any water to this. So you put flavor in, you get flavor out. We use the coconut milk as the liquid to pressure our beef. And then I added some vegetables in, because you know I always have to make sure that my family get their full serving of veggies. So I added some potatoes and some green beans in, and that's all there is to our coconut beef curry dinner. So many times people come in my inbox and or they email and they say, oh chef, I want to cook something different, I'm tired of eating this or that. The different flavors in food comes from the different spices that you use. So there will always be chicken, there will always be beef, the proteins are always there. If you want to change the flavor of the protein, you have to change the spices that you normally use, and sometimes the cooking methods too. Okay, so this is curry, but I added Indian spices and I added coconut milk, and at the end of it, however you cook, you just want to make sure it is absolutely delicious.
Taste TT says seasoned greetings from Trinidad.
Seasoned greetings to you too. Thank you for stopping in. Dwayne, can I have that platter for roti, please?
Lawrence 82 says beef. Kimberly Taylor says this smells good.
It sure does.
Aisha Edwards, my mouth is getting watery.
So for roti, I'm just gonna fold them in no particular order.
JC Chambers, I missed the name of the curry.
This is a coconut beef curry. And of course, we use green bananas to make our roti. And this is what the finish looks like tonight. Come on, stay put.
Patricia Brown, so yummy.
Hey sis. So now guys, just to put a little decoration on our, I'm coming closer to you actually, like right there.
No, I don't.
And for Facebook people to see, can you guys see? Come towards me or you? Okay. All right. Finally, I'm adding some icing. This is totally optional. This is what we call in the bake shop. They're calling it drip icing these days. But we call it glaze or water icing because it's usually just made with water and icing sugar. However, this one was made up with rum, milk, and icing sugar. And this is what you would drizzle on your Danish pastry, your cookies, some cookies, cinnamon rolls, and so on, and on cakes. I'm just putting it on half of the cake.
Fine Wine says, hi Simone, Fiona here from PA.
Hi Fiona.
JC Chambers, everything looks delicious. We need you in Miami.
I'll sure to say hi when I next visit JC.
Duchess says, oh my god, did I miss the preparing of the cake? Or was it baked before?
Yes, you missed the preparing of the cake.
Louise Erwin Jackson Walker, my mouth is getting watery too.
Lawrence, join late. What are the ingredients in the roti?
The roti is flour, boiled and mashed green banana, baking powder, salt, and melted butter.
From one plate to the next, says hey.
Hey. Alright guys, so this is dinner. We're gonna have our dinner before it gets cold. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for staying in. We're just gonna give you one last look and then you're gonna take our pictures, post it for you guys to see. Remember, you can re-watch the live, share, and feel free to comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And for those of you who are new to our live, I want to welcome you. And I want to take this opportunity to introduce you to our YouTube channel. It's called Next in Food. And so we have a roti tutorial.